Happy Father's Day, Daddy, and because I'm not an overly crafty person that's good at making cards or, you know, someone who can make a really good breakfast, I decided to make a video, and it is 10 things I love about you. The first thing is that you're really funny. You always find a way to make me smile and laugh. Because we share the same weird sense of humor, I love that we can just kind of connect at funny little jokes. Like, think of the same sarcastic thing at the same time. I remember once we were talking about phones and time, and we both like said, wouldn't it be great if there was a timepiece on your arm at like the exact same time? It was weird. What I love about you is that you're really smart. The fact that you got your master's in 2 years while juggling 2 kids under 8. The fact that you can always figure out problems in a new and creative way, that you know how to communicate effectively to people. I really admire that, and thank you for passing that on to me. I appreciate the fact that I'm smart too.
Thank you for making me smart!
The next thing I love about you is that you always encourage myself and Jaira and Ellie to pursue our passions, even when they're kind of weird and dorky like this. I love that you have always said for me to be myself and not worry about what others think about me. I appreciate it so much that you love me for who I am and the weird things that I'm into, that you actually care about things that maybe other people don't care about in my life. That's really great. Oh my god, I'm crying already. I'm not supposed to be crying. I love that you're always finding new ways to surprise me, like the time that we went to the Pure Energy concert. Or when you were gone on my 12th birthday, you set up a scavenger hunt that led to a video of you just saying how much you loved me. Or taking me to Inside Out this week. That was really fun. I really appreciate that you have an unconditional love for me. Even when I am a awful person and maybe not the most agreeable, you love me just the same. I love that you support me when it comes to issues with people that I maybe don't know how to handle. Thank you for always understanding. And speaking of people I generally despise, I've heard some people say you are not a man. That is probably the most untrue thing I've ever heard. Because even though you may not be able to lift weights or have tattoos, you follow the biblical example of what a husband, a father, and a pastor should be. You're patient, you're gentle, you're kind, you take care of us, you have respect for everyone, you're a good leader, and anyone who thinks otherwise can shove their beer bottle up. And what I really respect about you that I've never really said is that you've been faithful to God for like the past 20 years. Even though you probably could have gotten a much better job teaching theology at like a high-level university or even just pastoring at a better church, you stay where you are because God has called you there. And even though I may be kind of cynical about it sometimes, you have no idea how much I admire you for sticking at it and being faithful to the Lord. I love that you're such a great teacher, that you've taught me so many things about playing bass and editing videos and designing things, giving me a love for fonts that people make fun of. I love that you're always willing to teach me about it and explain things in a way that I can understand. You've given me a love for lots of nerdy things, like music and playing bass. A love for Disney, Pixar, and cartoons. A love for Star Wars. A love for Garfield and comic books. A love for the Saskatchewan Roughriders and Corner Gas. A love for filmmaking and video production. A love for the Lord of the Rings. A love for computers and graphic design. A love for reading, especially the Chronicles of Narnia. A love for traveling and seeing the world. A love for board games. A love for God and theology and Phil Vischer. A love for science and Mythbusters. An appreciation for classics such as The Princess Bride. And nerdy adoration for superhero movies. A love for children's ministry and acting. A love for camping. And much, much more. Help. I'm stuck under all this consumerism! I should have gotten a blanket and covered over my head, said in a love for being alone. This is like an episode of Hoarders. Wait, I'm not done! That's all I really want to say. Happy Father's Day. Thank you for being such a good dad to me and all that sentimental cheese. I love you. Bye.